happy 2026. Hope you had a great whatever.
Man, we've been through 2026 of these. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But only 3 seasons of Story Lords.
Man, what were people doing before us?
Being losers.
Worshipping Jesus.
Oh, fuck that. Anyway, we hope you had a nice festive break, whatever that entailed for you. We are the Story Lords. This is the Story Lords podcast. We are, doing the thing we always do. What do I normally say? We're really rusty.
We are not rusty at all.
Really,
so
really
good.
rusty.
The podcast with 3 stories, 2 prompts, and infinite laughter. I did that the wrong way round, but it's a new year, so cut me some fucking slack. I'm Rich Masters, and with me, as always, is the 2 people who cut me the least slack, Josh.
Do not fuck up, Baba Booey, all right?
And Jeff.
This is the best you could do? No wonder your dad doesn't love you.
Damn, he's right, though.
No, that's probably just because he's incapable of it.
Well, yeah, because you're older than, 4, so...
Yeah.
He's one of those.
Daddy Issues, the podcast. We'll be right back after these messages.
Why aren't you back yet?
Why doesn't he want me, man?
We'll be back after these messages and a long break to go and get some cigarettes from a different country.
I'm just going to the corner store to get milk. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be back. At some point.
This week, our prompts were foxes and windmills. They weren't. They were windmills and foxes. But I
Right.
did that deliberately. And also,
You can
thank
feel
you.
my burning rage.
I could hear it bubbling up on the other side.
He's back. He's in. He's
Also-
locked in.
Also, thank you for bearing with us when we had to stop recording the last episode. Well, this episode, but before Christmas, because 2 of us were ill. So, yeah.
Yeah, and not in the Beastie Boys kind of way, and
In the
There was no
sick way.
license necessary.
No.
yeah, we got it was bad. It's been a while.
And it's
been
not
a
even the
bad-
2 of us that you would imagine.
Yeah, which one would they imagine?
I'll never tell.
I'll never.
We thought Josh was dead for a few
Yeah,
days.
we really, for 3 days, thought Josh was dead.
Yeah, he probably would have heard about it. Maybe, who knows?
From who?
Yeah.
I don't know. YouTube. I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's true.
I got a dead man switch. If I die, all the secrets come out, bitch.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Our secrets.
Look, I'll just tell him. We were all on the island, but it was only for the jet skis. Okay?
We got to make a song about how we don't diddle kids.
This week, Josh is going to go first.
Cool.
I'd really, really like to hear some funny Darren O stories, please. Or maybe just
good
one.
thing I wrote one. Good thing I wrote
Good
one.
thing.
All right. My story this week.
Oh, wow.
is called
Is he doing an Italian accent the whole
Hello,
Hello.
Boopy de baby.
my wife.
Here, bringing you Daranos. My story is called Watership Up.
This is the quality they were waiting for.
Find him! Shouted an ant general. He stood taller than the average gold ant soldier. His shoulders were as wide as your mama's dump truck backing up on my sloppy hog ass. Awards of various types strewed his chest like your mama's chest after I gave her my one and only award, the Jizz Award for making me jizz.
Wow.
Fuck.
It goes there sometimes. Static crackled
It
as
goes
it all.
there?
The jizz goes where the awards go on the chest. You know?
Oh, I thought you
Like a
meant
jet.
it goes there like the story goes there sometimes.
wow.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it sure does. Stay tuned. Static crackled as it all sea balls blue hue shined brightly above the general. "My lord," the general said, bowing. The all-sea ball's light towered above the general as the entirety of the Golden Lich sat on a throne 50 feet tall. Kind of like that Star Wars scene. But like, in my stories, this guy actually can be like a huge giant guy. Why was it important that the audience think that Snoke was huge when he really was just kind of taller than most people? It's like a child's understanding of symbolic metaphor in writing. It's so unmetaphorical that it's no longer even symbolic. Kind of like saying, I have a huge donger, which is true, but then, like how Star Wars is fantasy, it somehow isn't true?
I guess my question is, having seen all these movies, who is Snoke?
He's a funnier character than we're used to. It just makes me look like a chode. I'm still going, apparently.
It's going there.
But it is true. Not the chode part, the huge donger. I guess you could say I have a vertical chode.
Oh. New
Physics.
dimension unlocked.
Have you found him yet, General? The Lich said, looking at his nails. Not yet, my lord, but we're close, the General said, replied, still bowing. No need, General. I'm sending in some specialists, the Lich said, not even looking up. My lord, I don't need no stinking specialists, the General raged as he stood up taller, yet still dwarfed by, again, the actual size hologram of the Lich. The hologram is a 1-to-1 scale. No tricks here.
Very specific.
He's not just really close to the camera.
No, or really close and the other guy's really far away, like Gandalf. What you need, General, is to calm down before I make every cell in your segmented body explode at the speed of light, the Lich said. He now clenched his fist and golden power shone from it. From within the general, a golden power also began to glow and seep through cracks being made in the general's carapace. Yes, sir, he said, choking on his golden blood. But the Lich mercifully let him go. To the side, a golden portal began to electrify the air. It crackled to life as it solidified into a perfect golden spheroidal conduit. Wow, what a great one.
Nice.
From the crackling power stepped out two figures. Goldilocks and Peppercorn. The Lich sighed in relief. Yeehaw, bitches, TM, Goldilocks shouted as he shot off 2 rounds into the air. That's trademarked.
Nice.
Yeah, and me. Peppercorn! Shouted a mutated and changed Peppercorn as he did the finger guns into the air. Pakew, pakew! Crickets chirped as everyone remained silent. So you're sticking with Peppercorn? Goldilocks asked as he looked down at his companion. I mean, I can't think of a good cool name now that I'm half golden lich powered and basically a zombie, Pep said, shrugging. What about, the general interrupted, Pepper Death, or like Deathcorn, or like something better than Deathcorn? Yeah. The gold ants around hemmed and hawed on one side. Back to work, you cum drinkers, the general shouted.
Judgment.
We got ourselves a mayor to catch. Mayor Pizza had been out in the wilderness for what felt like weeks, though the actual time is unknown. It's not like we spent like 3 weeks away on vacation from the show or anything. I mean, right?
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 So it could have been any amount of time. The main problem was Mayor Pizza, for all his survivability in politics and what he called street studies, he was now basically useless in any sort of outdoor studies. Fucking unbelievable, he murmured to himself. A stick snapped in the distance as he paused reflexively. He looked around and waited. It was nothing. Stupid Lich taking over my city, making me do untowards political maneuvering to help his cause. It's downright despicable. I should have been doing all that rat fucking and vote rigging and skullduggery for my political benefit, he shouted to himself. That's what they call it, yeah. You never heard that?
Yes.
Look, just because you like to fuck rats with guns doesn't mean
That you're a bad political man?
that you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Just you're a bad person.
I'll take your word for it.
Up ahead, he could see a light. He immediately silenced his monologuing and crouched down low. He had learned that not every fire was a safe spot. He peered through a break in a log and saw dancing around a huge bonfire was what looked like dogmen dancing around a fire and chanting. Joey looked up and saw the moons hung full over him like my balls hung full over your mama's double D-class moons last night, right before I gave them the Jizz Award for making me jizz, TM.
How often are these awards?
I mean...
What's your refractory period, I guess?
On a good day? Like what? Like what are you talking, like...
6?
I don't know. How many times can you do it before you die?
I don't know. Till bone marrow starts
I think
to
it's
come out.
I think it's an even 100. If you do it 100 times in a row, you instantly combust.
If
So
you
like probably
After
like,
you're done instantly busting.
if you do it in front of
Combust.
if you do it in front of the mirror 3 times, the Jizzy Man comes out and kills you.
I've tried it.
It comes out of your dick hole and kills
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Out of the mirror version's dick hole.
Oh Jesus!
That's terrifying. What are you, spooky vision?
Am I gonna look at my own dick hole while I do this? Jesus. Where was we? He looked closer. They weren't dogmen. They were foxmen? Was that a thing?
It is for this prompt.
What in the Zootopia fuck is this shit? He said to himself. Suddenly, the chanting and howling stopped, as if someone had paused the Spotify by accident by hitting the space bar. What the? Joey said. He saw a small fox boy pointing over in his direction. Oh, fuck, oh, shit, oh, fuck, he murmured. And then, one by one, then one of the foxmen, we'll get there, let out a yell that could only be described as the unholy ululations of your sister on prom night seeing my vertical chode for the first time. Joey Pizza was struck with terror as each and every foxman began to run toward him. Some held ancient spears and bows and arrows. You know what? Fuck this, he said, giving up. Joey had been in the bush for so long, he no longer cared about survival. Plus, every time anyone ever goes anywhere in Darnos, there's always, like, running into Catman or Ant-Man or, like, a chair that talks or even a terrible avian neighbor who does tree work at 6 a.m. There's an ordinance for a reason, Jerry. Go the fuck to bed. You early bird gets the sperm-chugging, warble-necked tit licker. Joey stood up and
so many good bird puns in that. Holy shit. I just want to point that out for fucking posterity. Really good. Goddamn.
Glad somebody liked it. Joey stood up and raised his arms up, ready for his fate. And then everything went black. Looks like pizza's back on the menu, boys, shouted the elder foxman as the tribe began to yelp and holler at the moons. Foxy Brown, hit it! The elder said as Ozzy Orcs boards bark at the moons began to play and the tribe danced into the night. Joey woke up very slowly and very painfully. The lights in his eyes told him that he had survived the night. He, as quickly as his splitting headache would allow, checked his extremities. He was still 100% pizza. He looked around and saw he was in a straw tent kind of made of grass. It was like it had like a cute little window and a little doorway, and it looked like you had to crawl through it.
Aw.
What in the fox and the hound bullshit is this fucking bullshit? He said to himself.
What the
He
fuck
looked
is
around.
this movie with a fox in it bullshit?
What is this Fox Mulder bullshit? He looked around for something, anything to drink. He had more cottonmouth than a cottonmouth king visiting an antebellum plantation in the middle of summer. It's okay. It's a weed plantation now. And chances are someone will burn the house down at some point, and everyone will have to pretend we're all sad about that for some reason. Because property has more value than human life? I don't know.
Unfortunately true.
The silence of truth. Hi, I'm Fen. A small child voice broke his train of thought. Joey Pizza jumped and almost had a heart attack. Jesus or Christ, 7 holy dicks, kid, you scared the sausage out of me, he said, grabbing his chest. The little fox boy laughed. You're the little narc who sold me out last night, Joey said, scurrying backwards. Well, mister, you were watching our sacred moon rave, and the bylaws clearly state that, quote, no persons of fox adjacent or otherwise unfoxed shall snoop on the sacred rave as to ensure the freshness and bangtasticness of our dope playlists. Joey said, setting at a little table made for foxkin. So what now? You guys eat me or? No, Fen said, laughing. We're pretty nonviolent, and we don't eat gross old guys usually. What? Gross? Well, then why did you hit me in the face and knock me out? Joey shouted. Oh, poor gross old man got hit in the face once, and now his modeling career is over. Dude, we're foxmen who live in the woods and do tribe shit. Get over it. It's the least we could have done to you. We just needed you to stop pissing your pants and crying for someone named Mamma Mia? I don't know. At this point, some eagle-eared know-it-alls, listeners, will begin to ask, but narrator, why did the elder foxman know Joey's pizza name when he said pizza was back on the menu? And why did he say that if they weren't going to eat him? Well, dearest know-it-all, maybe the elder has some insights that you clearly do not. Maybe he is wise in the ancient ways of telepathic communication with the surrounding nature spirits. Or maybe Joey Pizza, from years of consuming only garlic and sauced-up tomato bread, reeks of pizza stank.
Maybe he was ordering a pizza.
Maybe he was... Thank you, Jeff.
Unrelated.
And as for why you said the line from Lord of the Rings, well, haven't you ever said anything you didn't really mean? Kind of like now when I'm going to say, good job pointing that out. You're so smart and not annoying to do so. Or, wow, you should be on CinemaSins. You're so observant and not at all stupid and or pedantic. See? Anyone can do it.
Patreon.com/storylords, please. Thank you.
Fen, step away from the garlic man, the elder fox said, appearing just as suddenly as his son had. Jesus, what is it with you guys? Joey said, dropping a sausage down his pantaloon leg.
Just carrying them?
I don't know. You are not welcome to stay here, garlic man, the elder said matter-of-factly. You may take the day to tend to your head wound, he laughed, even though it's no bigger than a baby's first skinned knee and probably hurts less than a really painful booger in your nose that you just have to reach up and go get it. Yeah, I get it, Joey said, standing up. Don't worry, I don't want to be anywhere near this place for when the lich comes storming through. Oh, by the way, you guys should really think about relocating your fire pit and your grass holes. The lich will not care about your simple folksy ways. We fear no lich, the elder said. We have lived out here for eons. We hide well, we run fast, and before yesterday, had you ever even seen or heard of a fox man? Only in hentai, Joey said. Look, I'm telling you, Mooks, this ain't your usual warlord guy going nuts for power and doing crazy shit for X or Y or even Z. This guy, he's not from here. He don't care about any of that stuff. You have to run, Joey said, almost pleading. If he comes, the elder replied. When he comes, Joey stood up taller over the fox man. Hey, Duncan, I mean Goldilocks, Peppercorn asked innocently. They had been walking with the ant garrison they had been given all night. The ants were burninating anything and everything they came across. Yeah, Pep, what is it? I mean, do you ever think about what we've become? I mean, in the sense of, nomenclaturally, Pep asked. Are we zombies? Are we cyborgs? We got all this lich juice running through our veins? Do we even have veins anymore? I don't think we're zombies, Pep, Goldilocks said confidently. We're more like Terminators? Ah, yeah, okay, see, that makes a little more sense, Pep said. But not like the Borg, right? Because we're not all like saying the same thing and finishing each other's sandwiches, and Aunt Chef yelled out as he thooped out hoagies from his lich-powered hoagie gun into the gas. Where's this going, Pep? Why the sudden interest in the minutia of this world, which I think we can all agree has never been squarely centered inside any one genre, be it fantasy, high fantasy, or even sci-fi fantasy? Oh, well, Pep said nervously. You know, old Pep, just need to know the exact facts and such. Stupid spectrum peppercorn, he laughed. Oh, Pep. And that's the windmill where we grind up stuff using the power of wind, Fen said, pointing at a random windmill.
Fucking check and check.
Wow.
This concludes the tour of Fenric Village. We hope you enjoyed the tour. I remind you that anything witnessed while staying here is to remain top secret. And if you do tell the others about us, we'll, just be really disappointed in you, honestly. That would be really a shitty thing to do. Ah, yes, excellent tour, Fen, the Fox Elder said, patting him on the head. So, Garlic Pizza Supreme, or whatever your title was before, what do you think of our village? I think it's actually very beautiful, Joey said sadly, which is why you need to get out of here like yesterday. You need to have been more disappeared than Jimmy Hoffa's femur in the Pine Barrens. This again, the Elder sighed. Look, I appreciate your warnings, but we can't leave because someone threatens us. We are from here, and here is us. I took the liberty of gathering some human relics we found in the woods over the years. Some are made out of gold and should help you buy passage to someplace safe. Don't you understand, you foxen moron? There is no place safe, Joey said, as he's now grabbing the Elder's fur. As he did, a gold piece touched his skin and began to electrify and glow. Joey winced in pain as he dropped to his knees. Where the coin had touched on his arm was now burnt. A big blister formed almost immediately. Oh, shit, oh no, Joey said as he began to writhe on the ground in immense pain. His veins glowed gold through his olive skin. His skin was olive-toned, not actually made of olives or olive skin.
Wow.
You never know, though, right? As he opened his mouth to scream, a beam of golden power shot out of his gaping maw up into the sky. Goldilocks and Peppercorn's eyes both shot skyward. Above, they saw a radiant beam splitting the sky open, like a spotlight at a used car lot on Happy Honda days. There you are, Goldilocks said, licking his lips and stroking the barrel of his magic gun.
Wow.
That's gross.
What a fucking pervert.
Run, he's gotta run, Joey screamed in pain. He's coming for us all. Suddenly, a volley of flaming arrows poured down from the sky. Most hit the windmill, which was set ablaze almost immediately, like it was made out of a restaurant owner's electrical grid after he owes the city millions in back taxes. Elder Fox covered his son, but was pierced in his upper left arm with an arrow. As it nearly went straight through his arm, he yelped in pain. Joey immediately seemed to regain composure and pulled the two fox boys upward. There, inside the windmill, Fen yelled. No, both the Elder and Joey yelled back. Take him, Garlic Jr. Take him into the woods. Hide, be safe, the Elder Fox pleaded. What? No, you can walk? What the fuck? What are you talking about? You have to come too, Joey cried back. No, I am this place, and this place is me, he said solemnly. Run, Garlic Breath, run! Joey grabbed Fen and began to haul ass through the grove into the nearest wooded area he could find. The pain of the gold had weakened him, but he managed to make it to the woods, where he ran with Fen for what felt like an eternity. Enough, evil cum drinkers, the elder fox said as he grabbed a spear and axe, one in each hand. He began to chant and beat his chest with the weapons as more and more foxmen joined in. You will not take this place for the Greed King, the elder shouted. Goldilocks and Peppercorn made their way through a row of Ant-Men and stood 30 yards away from the phalanx of Foxmen who stood next to them, across from them. There it is.
It's like I'm not there.
You know what? That makes two of us. Fire burned all around them. The windmill spun faster now as the seething hot air mixed with the cool night air and made a wind tunnel. There was a man here, was there not? Goldilocks asked. Yes, but we sent him away many days ago. We could show you the direction if you wish. That won't be needed, Goldilocks cut him off. With a swift flick of his wrists and a sharp bang rang out through the clearing. In the middle of the elder's chest was now a bleeding wound. He gagged and gasped for air, but the muscle responsible for pumping his blood was now a liquefied puddle inside of his ribcage. We are of here, he said, as he held his spear aloft. Every single Foxman charged. The ant-fox battle would come to be known as the only battle between ants and foxes, and two cyborg/Terminator zombies in the history of Darrenus.
God damn.
The Foxmen fought well, but in the end only managed to kill the pawns of the Lich. Goldilocks had his kill-to-death ratio expanded since, well, he didn't die. I guess you could count he died before, so he's not batting 1,000 or anything.
It's fucking keeping track of his KD. Come on.
Peppercorn was throwing homemade bombs around and just blowing the fuck up out of shit all over the place. As he turned, he caught a stray arrow to the cheek. Gold blood flowed from his wound as Peppercorn seethed. The Ant-Man and Foxman all stopped as this tiny rage-fueled spazwad just screamed and went totally Ultimate Warrior. Now you see the true power of Pepper War!
Oh, he did it. He found one.
Peppercorn shouted. The gold blood fused together into armor. Not just regular pep-size armor, though. Kaiju-size armor.
Holy
shit. He grew to the size of the trees as more and more metal and weaponry materialized out of the golden power from within him. Finally, he stood 50 foot tall with missiles for shoulder pads and Gatling guns for fingertips.
Jesus.
Pepper War. Noise, Goldilocks said as he sat back down to watch the rest of the carnage. This is so stupid. After the battle, Joey looked back toward the village. It smoldered as black smoke filled the air. He coughed and choked on the smoke as he held Fenn in his arms, and he cried. He fell down and cried, not from pain, not from loneliness, but from helplessness, and for what he couldn't prevent. Oi! Ant Brigade, move out! Shouted the Ant General. With your lord's permission, I would like to pursue the fugitive further into the woods, he said to Goldilocks and Pepper War. You may, Goldilocks began, was interrupted by Pepper War. You may do as you wish, General, but it won't be necessary. We only need follow him, and we find a whole hive of fugitives, Pep said, smiling back. Very good, my lords, the General bowed. Now, if you'll excuse me, boys, check this out, Pep said, as he motioned for Goldilocks to get onto his back. After a few transformations, Pepper War shot up into the sky as a blazing gold F-14 Tomcat, complete with armaments of Hellfire and AMRAAM missiles.
Wow.
Whoa, dude, I didn't know you could turn into a jet, Goldilocks said excitedly.
He's a fucking Robotech. Holy shit.
Yeah, man, pretty cool. Neither did I, Pep said. To be continued.
Fucking what a perfect ending.
That was so abrupt. Took me completely off guard. Oh,
Hell
man.
Yeah.
There are a few bits in there I had to mute my mic because I was just still laughing at the joke. Oh, man, that was good.
Man,
what a way to
What's gonna be
start
better?
2026.
there you go. You get a sad story, you get a little Transformers going on.
Sometimes I think your writing process is like, you look around your desk and you're like, a transformer.
Sometimes it is. I don't have any Transformers on my desk, though. I don't think I have any Transformers, actually.
Maybe it's
So
maybe it's all
terrible theory. There goes that terrible theory that sucked, Rich.
We never make mistakes, Josh. Remember?
Baba Booey.
Oh, that was great, man.
I fucking love that.
Thank you. It's good to be back. And I don't have a voice, so we're doing it.
Good thing you went first, eh?
I guess. Who's next?
Well, next.
We'll never tell.
Until after these messages stroke bit of music.
We're back.
Seamless.
Whoa, shit!
Welcome back for part 2. We promise suspense, fear, entertainment, laughter, Jeff. So here's part 2.
Oh my god, I didn't promise any of that personally. I want everyone to know.
You can't
He
even
did.
promise yourself?
Whoa. Let's not get into that.
You
The title of my-
promised me.
the
Our
title-
body makes a promise, Jeff.
The title of my story is The 666 Society Part 4, The Most Dangerous Game, but it's a Frankenstein instead of man this time.
That's even more dangerous, I think.
Frankenstein PI mystery. From the case files of Adam Frankenstein, private investigator, New York, New York, fall 1935, entry 16. You know, reading these stories back, like I always end up with the exact same question. How many concussions is too many concussions? I spend like half the runtime of this podcast, story, black the fuck out, while people move me from place to place for the sake of story progression. Mm-hmm. And I've not seen nary a doctor about the constant head trauma that entails. Food for thought, I guess, while I'm still capable of it. Anyway, I was probably out for like 20 or 30 minutes this time after the secret meeting of the Monster Mash got done exposition dumping at me and doing Scary Movie 2 level comedy bits.
It was a graveyard smash.
I was no longer surrounded by suspiciously expensive decor and dubiously public domain creature feature rejects, but instead laying face down in what I hoped with all my heart was mud.
Oh, no.
My head was ringing like only Dr. Dre can usually accomplish, but I managed to push myself up enough.
Why doesn't he just go see Dr. Dre about his concussion?
True. But I managed to push myself up enough to flop back down on my massive white ass and contemplate my situation. The sun was pretty low in the sky in the distance, which let me know my trip from the harbor to the Spirit Halloween on Epstein Island must have taken most of the day up without me realizing. Just once,
That's why we went for the Spirit Halloween.
Just once, I'd like to take on a case with some sunshine in it. I'm probably incapable of tanning since all my skin cells are already dead, but fuck it if I wouldn't like the opportunity to try. I was surrounded on all sides by palm trees, hostas plants, and muddy trails leading off into shadowy overgrowths in every direction. I suppose the idea was I would wander around like a moron and bumblefuck into one of their traps, so whichever lucked out would kill me first and claim some kind of Dragon Ball wish. Stop questioning why I know all this future shit. I'm not gonna tell you.
Garlic Jr.
But I did notice somewhere in the distance was a rather imposing, if not obvious, goal for my trek. A massive old wooden windmill lazily turning in the evening breeze.
Oh.
Now, far be it from me to disappoint Count Chocula and his cereal gang, so I decided to head towards it. What the fuck else did I have to do at this point anyway? One Direction was as good as any, and I'm still on the first fucking page. I forced myself up onto my size 22s, woozy and hyper-aware of my concussion count, and got to hoofing it. It's been a long-ass time at this point since I did any cross-country walking, and this time around I didn't have anyone's wife to kill on their wedding night, so my motivation was pretty damn low. The completely unkempt trail with 20-foot-high foliage and tightly packed trees wasn't helping my disposition any either. Not to mention how fucking hot it was. I came to the harbor in cold-ass temperatures and dressed for it, and now my overcoat felt like a sauna I was lugging around by the shoulders.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Did we just become bankrupt?
Along the way, I thought long and hard about if I could spare the $20 I'd spent on this jacket, which was a lot of fucking money in whatever time this is set, and eventually decided I'd just have to sweat it out. There are human bodily functions I still have I'm always grateful for, but this ain't one of them. Jizzing's good, though.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the important one.
Anyway, it was about a half hour of walking before I found myself at the edge of a clearing, adjacent from the big windmill at its other edge. The grass was weirdly manicured there, and small stone walkways zigged and zagged from place to place, lined with flowers behind small little metal fences. All of them converged out of my sight around the corner of an extremely tall stone wall at the side of one clearing. I could see a long, winding path up the hill towards a series of tall, jagged-looking buildings on the opposite side. I gotta imagine that's where we'd had the meeting of the morons not long ago. Oh, jeez. A small voice caught my attention, and I hunkered down in the overbrush, trying to hide my impressive girth for once. The large double doors at the base of the windmill swung open slightly, and a small, timid-looking man peered out from inside of them, checking his watch and looking around tepidly. Even without seeing much of him, I recognized Jonathan Gray, the Wolf Man. Though, per usual, he wasn't looking very wolfy. He was dressed in a white linen Panama shirt with two twisting brown filigrees traveling up either side of the front buttons and a pair of dark brown slacks over black tasseled loafers. And he was holding what looked to be a gin and vermouth in a thin glass in his free hand, which he was dipping into quite often as he waited nervously. I'll admit I saw red pretty quick. If it wasn't for this dog bowl sucking fucker, I wouldn't have ever been on this island to begin with, after all. I cracked my knuckles and slipped out of the brush at once, revealing myself with a loud, interruptive series of throat clears that would impress even the most clogged up father first thing in the morning.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, fuck! Gray cried out, dropping his drink to the ground. With a shattering clatter of breaking glass and letting the door fly shut behind them as he jumped away. Oh, God, you scared the shit out of me, man. Yeah? Well, I'd consider us even for the kidnapping and the hunting me for sport, but I have to at least break a few of your bigger, more painful bones before I'll go for that.
Go for the femur!
I growled out, continuing to crack my knuckles in the most intimidating manner I could muster that wouldn't raise questions about arthritis. Well, to be honest, I was hoping you'd drop by, Gray said in his least pants-pissing voice, trying to sound like he'd regained all his previous confidence before he realized he was behind the scenes at Monster Fucker Con 35. Now that I'm the first one to find you, all I gotta do is kill you and drag in the carcass, and I can finally get out of this nut house and back to my business. They don't let dogs run Fortune 500 companies, Gray. Maybe take up basketball. I hear they have laxer rules on that kind of thing.
The bylaws do state you can play basketball as a dog.
I smugly smirked, then pointed at the darkening sky above us. Besides, there's no full moon for another couple weeks. What the fuck are you gonna do? Downsize my role in the corporate workflow?
Yeah.
Man, for a guy who's supposed to be a detective, you really don't pay a lot of attention when people are telling you shit, do you?
Uh-oh.
Gray said with a level of genuine confusion and concern on his face that I actually got a little embarrassed by.
Concussion syndrome.
The Count told you he'd given us gifts to make sure you couldn't win, remember? I was kicking myself for not listening to my own podcast stories when Gray reached into his slacks pocket. It pulled out a pretty huge silver needle with some kind of slightly glowing purple fluid inside of it and stared at it, hand trembling slightly. All I gotta do is kill you. Then he'll cure my curse. I'll finally be human again and escape this nightmare. Gray drew his hand up high and slammed the needle deep into his thigh, all the way to the proverbial balls, and pushed the plunger down on it.
Jesus, I'm gonna pass out.
Sending the glowing liquid into his veins like our government toxic dumping into our drinking water.
Yeah.
Whoa, Gray, you don't even...
superpowers.
Whoa, Gray, you don't even know what the fuck that... was all I got out before I got cut off by the sound of Gray screaming his lungs out. He was thrashing around like a stand-up comedian when they find out trans people exist, throwing his body into the ground and writhing around in vicious, hateful pain that burned in his very veins.
That's what they do.
Finally, he threw his head back and let out a scream which continued on and as his bones began to break and shift inside of his body, distending his flesh outward in violent bursts, his entire body yanking and crashing into itself as he began to grow larger. Fur began to bust out of his skin like nails being driven through wood, hundreds of thousands of them racking his body as he grew ever larger and ever more powerful. His voice distorted, deepened, and turned into a vacuous, animalistic howl that pierced the skies, just as his face extended to allow the sound's passage. Standing now where Jonathan Gray once stood was a massive, snarling werewolf that heaved its breath in and out of its chest, its eyes burning yellow as they ripped into me from afar. I was still way taller and more jacked though, ladies.
Nice.
For fuck's
Priorities.
For fuck's sake, you're doping to be a dog now? I barely got out my red-hot quip before the wolfman was leaping at me with all the energy of a bullet leaving a gun barrel. His claws extended out and his slavering jaws trailing viscous saliva through the air from his hunger for my flesh. I could feel the blades on the end of his fingers rip into my shoulder blades like hot knives through butter, but I knew what the real problem was. Like always when it came to Gray, it was gonna be his big fucking mouth. I snatched up the top and bottom of his maw and began to rend his jaws apart as best I could, but the pain in my shoulders was making it tough to put my all into it.
Oh, I hope he pukes in his mouth like Godzilla did to that thing.
Ugh. The dumb beast apparently figured this out because he started yanking the claws out of me and jamming them back in. I decided it was time for another game plan, and instead grabbed onto his arms and forced the claws out of myself. He pushed back as hard as he could, but between the two of us, I was still packing the strongest set of arms, it turned out. He started kicking at me, the claws on his feet ripping into my midsection, and honestly destroying my nicest shirt on top of it. But I wasn't
$20 shirt, man.
But I wasn't paying much attention at this point. I wrapped my hands around his wrist and dislodged him from my vicinity by swinging him like a giant furry-ass rag doll, before giving him the unwanted puppy treatment and bashing his body over and over against the side of the windmill.
That's got a name?
Bam, 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 bam. He was letting out a loud, painful yelp every time he hit the wood, the side of the building splintering and breaking in further and further with every strike. Now, normally I'd mix it up, try and subdue him, maybe figure out a way I could get some more information or a complete case or something. But this time around, I just mostly wanted him to stop bothering me. So I just kept doing this for like 4 or 5 minutes straight until he completely stopped moving, and I dropped him on the ground in a hump. Breathing heavily, I flopped down onto the manicured lawn as well, just shy of the massive bloodstains I'd caused all over the edge of it next to the windmill by bashing Scooby-Doo over there into it 1,200 times. For his part, Gray just lay there in a curled up ball like Yamcha after a Cyberman, barely breathing. If you were hoping for a better one-on-one between us, I don't know what to tell you. He's a big mean dog and I'm me. Get real.
Get real.
I did have to sit there for a while, though. As I tried and failed to catch my breath and put pressure on all my fun new wounds, Gray slowly metamorphized back into a scrawny little business bitch, but this time way more naked. I liked him even less that way. By the time I'd settled enough to get a move again, it was fully dark. No, I don't have much trouble seeing at night, but I ain't a night elf mohawk, so I don't have actual night vision.
What a fucking reference! Holy shit! What is this, 2008?
I fumbled around in my overcoat for my mag light, but found nothing. They must have confiscated it from me when I got shanghaied to Dracula Land, or whatever the fuck he called this island. Just then, as if on cue for a dramatic moment in a story written by a guy whose only frame of reference for storytelling is comic books and Schwarzenegger movies, a series of whooshing sounds caught my attention. I stood shakily and turned to face the high stone wall at one side of the clearing, and over top of it I could see a gas lamp rumble to life and catch flame, illuminating the stone below it, and the edge of another one flashing to life in the distance beyond. I really gotta stop blundering into obvious traps, but what the fuck else am I gonna do? I mumbled to myself, following the stone pathway around the edge of the high stone wall to see where it would lead me now that it was illuminated. Now, given the clues I've dropped about the quality of story this writer is used to, one could be forgiven for already figuring this out, but the high stone wall turned out real quickly to not just be one stone wall. It was the side of a massive series of walls, which interconnected, as best I could tell, into a huge stone maze.
Fuck yes, super fun, let's get lost.
I stood at the edge of it, peering into the already visible first set of turns, both left and right beyond it. I scratched at my chin for a moment, looking up at the gas lamp on top of a high metal pole and then down into the maze. High above it, every 10 feet or so, burned another gas lamp, seemingly having been lit from afar by some type of magic. They were a standard old style of lamp with a cloth wick and a low fire, just on a pole. Just enough to illuminate the twists and turns below them. It would for sure take me all night to get through this fucking maze. So instead, I just grabbed onto the pole the gas lamp was on and yanked it out of the ground, pulled it down, ripped the lamp off the top like a paper towel off a roll, and threw the fucking useless bar on the ground, turned around, and trotted the fuck off.
What?
Who the fuck do you think I am, the fucking Minotaur? I ain't going in no fucking maze.
What the fuck,
Dracula's
man?
gonna be angry.
He's like, what the fuck? He's supposed to go in the maze. Yeah, we know, sir.
We tried. We funneled him into it.
We pushed him toward it. I don't know.
Unfortunately, I still didn't know what... Unfortunately, I still didn't know what the fuck I was in relation to anything. My best plan was to make it to a beach and search for a dock or a boat or something, but I don't know if you noticed personally, but islands are 360 fucking degrees of beach, so that was a lot easier said than done.
Wow, he knows some geography. That's good.
So I meandered, as one does in such a situation. Every now and then I heard some sounds that made me think I was being followed, but when has that ever slowed me down, right? I just kept on keeping on. After what felt like hours, but what could have been minutes, I felt my shoe sink into something nasty yet again, and honestly started getting pretty fucking fed up with the entire situation when I heard a familiar sound in the distance. Psst, Adam, psst. The voice hissed wetly. I gritted my teeth and turned my head to the right as glacially as I could in the hopes that the rising rage in my throat wouldn't cause me to scream bloody murder at the sight of him. Which mostly worked by the time I laid eyes on good old fucking Gil floating in the brackish swampy water 30 or 40 feet in the distance. Next to a rickety old wooden dock. He motioned with a flippant hand and looked left and right as if he was a kid trying to play night tag with his friends, and not a walking goldfish cracker that I was about to bite the head off of.
Did you call it night tag or flashlight tag?
Flashlight tag.
Yeah, that's what we called it. Yeah, okay. You've passed the test.
We can still be friends, thank God.
We're friends, yep.
I stepped out of the soupy mud and made my way along the long way on solid ground around to the old dilapidated wooden outcropping of a dock and shoved my free hand in my pocket as I silently glowered down at him. "Look, I know you're mad at me," Gil began, his soft little voice causing the rage to burn up inside of me with every syllable. "I had no choice. They have her. If I don't do what they say, the Count will kill Kay, the love of my life, the only woman I've ever loved, Adam. Don't you understand?" I understand that it's
a million fish in the sea. Gil.
I understand that it's at least a relief you aren't laying eggs in every lonely ass frumpy woman you run across. Yeah. What the fuck do you want? I continued grimacing down at him, not changing expressions for a second. "I'm trying to help you," he stated plainly, grabbing on the edge of the old dock and hauling himself up onto it. He sat with his legs dangling over the side, dripping disgusting old brackish water, and patted the wood next to him for me to sit down. "Please, I know how you can escape the island." I gritted my teeth, huffed out air, rolled my eyes, the whole 9 yards of huffiness. Even the meanest teen girl would have been impressed with my skills.
The 5 stages of huffiness.
But then I lowered down and sat next to him, dangling my old long tree trunk legs off the side, leaning forward with one arm dangling over my leg and the other one holding the lantern. "Well, lay it on me then, Judas."
Dramatic.
He began, then looked away from me, his wet, bulbous black eyes betraying a sense of shame before he turned back resolute. "I will tell you. But you must promise to rescue Kay. They have left her with several guards at a motel room on Long Island. If you will promise me you'll go there and save her, I will tell you where to find the grotto where they keep the boats." Ooh, Long Island!
Exactly.
Couldn't they have at least fucking kept her in the city dump or somewhere nicer like that?
Even New Jersey, for fuck's sake.
I grimaced for a whole different reason, upturning my lip in deep disgust. "Adam," Gil glowered. Fine. I'll rescue everybody's favorite fish fucker. You got the exact address?" By the time I'd have finished accepting, he was already producing a plastic baggie with a strip of paper in it. I held it up to the...
He put it in a plastic bag and then put it in his pocket.
It can't get wet.
Where did he have it?
I'm
in
not
between
asking
the
these
gill.
questions.
Oh, ew.
I held it up to the light of the lantern and could make out the address inside. The idea of going to Long Island for anything disgusted me, but I guess it's better than dying on an island being ripped apart by monsters. I guess.
Pretty similar.
Now tell me how to get off this fucking crag before I crack you open like a fucking crab broil. "You and your colorful metaphors," Gil said with a hint of a smile on his vaguely problematic fish lips.
Vaguely problematic fish lips?
I wasn't...
You know what? You don't even need to describe it. I know exactly.
you
I
know.
know exactly. I know what it is. Yeah,
I wasn't smiling for shit personally, and I also wasn't being metaphorical, but he could believe whatever he wanted. He continued, "If you travel straight south at the edge of the swamp, you'll find a rather large glass bungalow, a building with a large telescope on top of it. The basement of that building leads directly to the grotto where they keep the boats. To my knowledge, there are 4 smaller speedboats, a mid-sized yacht for speed sailing, and the old tub they dragged you in on. I suggest taking a speedboat to make a more stealthy escape." Right. I waved him off a bit, shaking my head. I'm not a complete moron. I'm not trying to draw more attention to myself. "All right, good." Gil rubbed his web hands together, as if making peace with himself for a moment before nodding his head. "I'll remain here and pretend like we fought and I lost. I'm sure I can convince them easily of the altercation. "Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to," I said with a rueful smirk crossing my ricted, chalky features.
He's gonna fucking punch him in the
He
face.
turned to ask me what I meant by that, but by the time he'd gotten his head around, my fist was barreling into his disgusting, salty mug like a fucking freight train and caving it into the back of his head. He went flying like the world's ugliest, scaliest discus, skipping across the water and slamming into a half-submerged dead tree.
A fish
Promptly caved in on top of him to add insult to injury.
Damn, we got fucked up.
Fiscus? Fiscus?
Fiscus.
Really good.
Discus. Like a discus.
I stood up and dusted myself off with the same hand and shone the light of my lantern out far enough to see if he was dead or not. To my relief, give or take, he was floating at the top of the water, wide-eyed and face swollen, staring at me half unconscious with incredulousness on his fish mug.
Make sure his face is down so he can breathe the water.
As much
He'll
as
suffocate this way.
As much as he could convey anyway. I smiled at him as dickishly as I could, which is saying something, turned and walked back down the dock to dry land and away from fucking Gil. "Are we at least even now?" Gil called after me. I just threw a thumbs up over my shoulder back at him. We were and we are in my book. He really was just doing what he had to do to protect someone he loved. I'd like to feel like that someday too. I couldn't blame him anymore.
That's very mature of Frankenstein, more than I thought it came.
Yeah.
True. I headed south from the swamp as instructed and didn't run into much. I could see some kind of structures looming in the distance, but couldn't quite make out if it was the glass-walled bungalow I was looking for or not. What choice did I have but to believe Sushi Sam and press on at that point? Just then, I finally noticed what had been following me. I caught sight of a shock of orangish red out of the corner of my eye before anything else, and even when I spun around to confront it, it didn't back down, which surprised me. Standing between trees I'd just crossed the threshold between, its back arched and its eyes lightning-shocked wide, was a small red fox.
But
Its tail swished from side to side, and it
the
stood
comedian?
Red fox, yeah, good. Its tail swished from side to side and it stood in place staring up at me as if it was facing down a slightly larger animal at best. I smiled the first genuine smile I'd had in a long while. "Well, hey there, little guy," I said in my most reassuring and sweet of voices, which wasn't saying much, but probably sounded pretty soft coming from a fucking real-life Frankenstein sweating swamp ass through his trousers.
Oh.
"What are you doing following a big palooka like me around anyway?" The fox slowly walked up to me, which caught me off guard, sniffing the air and swishing its wide tail around cautiously. I felt this growing feeling of oneness with nature that I hadn't felt since the old country, since before I'd gone on my rampage, since the first time I'd wandered the wilderness for a place to belong. I knelt down on the ground and held out a hand to the little guy, my smile wide and genuine even on my disgusting mug. "What is it, you want to be my friend?" I said with genuine hope in my voice. Then the fox opened its mouth unnaturally wide, revealing a nozzle inside of it, which exploded with green noxious gas directly into my face.
What the fuck, gas fox?
I didn't even have time to curse myself for thinking anything good could ever fucking happen before the gas had fucking knocked my dumb ass out yet again.
What the fuck kind of fucking island is this?
Even with oblivion overtaking all my senses, I still couldn't help but think about how much goddamn time I was spending unconscious lately. Maybe being brain dead is calmer, at least. To be continued.
Oh, man! He just walked around the island for no reason. That was awesome.
At least at the
Beat the shit out of the werewolf.
At least
Yeah,
he didn't
and he
get his
punched-
bearings.
Yeah. That was so good.
That was good.
That was
Thank you very
great.
much.
Gilman
fucking-
deserved that.
Yeah, he did.
They're cool now. It's fine.
He deserved it for just thinking about like putting that note in a plastic bag in the first. Also, I don't know if they had plastic bags in the 30s. I don't think they did.
If that's the smallest anachronism you picked up in the story.
Actually, they didn't.
They didn't have Dragon Ball Z in 1935.
Why was milk larger in the hologram?
That was good.
Stupid.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was,
I believe there are two
I feel like we've
episodes
been-
left.
There are.
Yeah, there are. I feel like we've been
I believe.
super treated to. I think we're out of time. We're in sync with each other. I was going to say, I feel like
you are.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean by we are out of sync with each other. I'm not. You're. I can't speak for you guys. I was going to say that I think we've been spoiled a little bit with like a consistent Adam Frankenstein story. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah. He gets more and more like lovable as the time goes on. Him doing like just like being like, I'm not going in there. That's like the funniest fucking shit. I was like really excited. I was like, oh fuck, a maze. I love mazes.
There was nothing better to me than you getting excited for that. I was like, this is gonna land so fucking hard. Now that he's
Sometimes,
excited.
well, that's what I did with the fucking like why did he say the pizza's back on the menu? I figured one of you would say it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I set it up so one of you says it, right?
Yeah,
I'm not falling for
earlier
that.
in the story. I thought earlier in the story one of you was going to point out yet again how much anachronistic modern shit he was referencing, but then you did.
Yeah.
I just had to do the joke anyway.
Well, I mean, we're kind of used to it now, but like it is crazy that he knows what like a dragon wish is. That's pretty nuts.
He knows the name of the monster that blew up and killed Yamcha. That's fucking crazy.
That's real nuts. That's crazy. Oh god,
That was so good.
great stuff.
Thank you.
Right, I'm gonna take this opportunity where I'm slightly out of sync with everyone, and there was some silence for a second, to say we'll be right back after this piece of music.
Let's just be really quiet so he thinks nothing's happening.
Welcome back, peeps, for part 3. It's my turn to read now, so we're heading over to the Omniverse. My episode this week is called... It's called You Want Prompts? I'll give you fucking prompts. 0 Fox Given.
What?
Wow.
Meta.
Lionel sat on a towel on the beach. Don't get your hopes up, guys. On Christmas Eve, and looked out at the Australian sun, sea, and the giant turning wind turbines that sat on the horizon, wondering how he had gotten in this mess, and how he could get himself out of it. As if by magic, Ellie emerged from the sea like a Bond girl without any of the problematic sexual assault, gaslighting, coercion, or power dynamic abuse that is associated with being one of James Bond's many jizz receptacles.
Yeah.
She was perfect. She was a stone cold fox. But of course she was.
Get it?
She was designed to be perfect. Designed for him by those sicko lottery freaks. They had made him live in that building with all the multiple versions of him and an AI, designed for him to interact with, to test him, to see if he could be broken. But they joined together and liberated themselves from that way back in, well, he couldn't remember. If it were a podcast, he imagined it'd be episode 14, maybe?
I don't think it's later than that.
Two guys carrying signs suddenly passed him. One had the word lotteries printed across it, and the other skyscrapers. Weird, thought Lionel.
This is so good.
But anyway, Ellie felt indebted to him for his part in freeing her, even though he told her it wasn't necessary. But that only made her love him more. If it was love, and not just a programmed response. Her hair was blonde, her nose a little turned up, her rack a lot turned up. She had a butt you could bounce an armoured truck of quarters off of.
Jesus!
What the fuck?
But that was the problem. Yesterday, her hair was an auburn, her cheeks freckled, her chest understated. But she had scanned the magazine covers, checked the Pornhub search algorithms, and watched the national boner for Sydney KKK spokeswoman Sweeney, and redefined her beauty based on acceptable standards. All that meant that Lionel couldn't possibly love Ellie, because there was nothing to love, just a slideshow of things that Ellie had decided were beautiful. He was thankful they hadn't passed through Florida, because he might wake up next to a Disney princess catfish hybrid.
Oh, y'all got catfish hybrids, damn!
An omnimorph girlfriend might sound like a dream to most, to have your partner look like, I don't know, a supermodel one day and your favourite actor the next, or your wife's sister if you're a sicko. But it wasn't. Rachel doesn't have a sister. Rachel doesn't have a sister.
That's gross. Who would do that? That's not good.
But it wasn't. It was hell. A whiplash. A revolving door Lionel found dizzying. He had to leave her somehow. He just didn't know how. How do you break up with a quantum intelligence that could crush his testicles like they were communion wafers in the shape of testicles? Which I guess are communion wafers?
Yeah, they're just two-dimensional.
Yeah. I'm not Catholic. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't overestimating his sexual appeal or anything, but what if she went totally crazy and acquired, like, nuclear launch codes? What if dumping her could start a thermonuclear war? What if she...
That's love for you.
What if she, for example, set up an elaborate S&M situation with chain links only for him to turn into a Sarah Connor-esque skeleton hanging from it?
Wow.
That's love for you.
Maybe he should dump her by text.
Oh, Jesus.
That'll work out great.
That'll be better, yeah.
He stood up and walked to the water's edge, grabbed his phone from his pocket. 7 more messages from Samantha. Oh, God. What was he going to do? You should come in. My internal thermometers say the water is fine, Ellie said as she emerged next to him in a way too small bikini, startling him and making him instantly pocket his phone. If that's the case, why are your robo-nips sticking out like oven timers? Oh, she said, and they retracted, accompanied by a robotic whirring.
Oh.
Sorry, I was running a series of tests on the water supply. How is it? Lionel asked, trying to sound interested as he dunked his head under the water and swirled it around in his mouth. Hard to get a reading. It's spawning season, so 43% of the shoreline water sample I took was fish reproductive matter.
Oh, 40-something?
Lionel opened his mouth.
Fuck.
Lionel opened his mouth and let the water from inside slosh down his bare, pale chest. And as soon as he had emptied it, Ellie began laughing. Oh, Lionel, you're such a mark. She wrapped her arms around his neck.
Fucking got him.
Hey!
Fuck, dude. It's not 40%, it's 60.
Hey! A fish shouted from the water. Don't you be coming round here kink-shaming me. My wife left me, man. What do you want me to do? Go celibate? Let a sea dweller play with his fish stick, man.
Damn, this guy sounds familiar as fuck.
But sadly, his heartfelt complaints fell on deaf ears because he was a fish and the language barrier was too large. He turned away from her, unable to look her in the eye, knowing what he had done. Lionel? Ellie whispered. What's wrong? He looked at her. She had increased her eye size by about 50%. She looked like a puppy waiting for their forever home. He held her at arm's length. Look, Ellie, we've got to talk. A shadow fell on them and they turned into the sun to see a man's silhouette. He was holding an ice cream cone with sprinkles. Excuse me, he said. Can I interest you fine couple in a refreshment? Dr. Sean Tabor woke up in a hole, which is the same way all your quote-unquote stepdads wake up at your mother's house.
Wow.
Yes, they're having sex with her. Yes, they're falling asleep because it's so boring to be around her black hole of a personality and the black hole that is her baby maker.
Oh my god.
He was half naked, his clothes partially burned away, and he had a splitting headache. He tried to remember what had happened to him and froze. He remembered being sucked out of the airlock with Whiskey, the ship's artificial human, and the infected cryopods of the Aetherius' colonising mission. How the hell was he alive? How hadn't he managed to die in space? How was the author milking another story out of this one-shot?
Dude. That's what we should rename the show to. Milking more stories out of this one shot.
The questions...
Then we'll get some different type of listeners, too.
The questions rattled around in his head in the same way the asbestos rattles around in our grandparents' bloodstreams. Likely to kill them and completely deserving. He could hear those
It's
whispers.
fake snow, Rich.
He could hear those whispers in his head again, the thing inside his bloodstream giggling at its survival. You tried to kill us, but we are eternal. Hello, naked stranger. A little girl stood on the bank of the crater he sat in, looking down at him.
Fuck.
She was dressed in gingham and had her hair in two plaited buns either side of her head, like a sun...
Jeff, what's gingham?
Oh, it's like that pattern, that checked, like blue and white pattern.
Okay, yeah.
Like a
It's like that
Sunday...
checked blue and white pattern, Josh.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Like a Sunday school Princess Leia. Sean gazed up at her, covering the naked parts of him instantly so as not to get put on a register. Hi? What is this place? She looked at him like he'd asked her what colour grass was. This is Gemino City in the Gatan province. Have you come here for the Snow Harmony and Heartfelt Gifts Festival?
TM.
Damn, do not steal.
Yes, he said, panicking, but I was attacked on the road. Thieves must have taken my money and, for some reason, my clothes, and he looked around, apparently dug a big hole and shoved me in it.
This is all very logical.
I'm believing it. I'm fully believing it.
Papa says that travelling by road is the safest way to travel, but he also said the moon was the back of the sun, so I don't listen to that fucking idiot, she smiled.
What the fuck?
That's probably why Mother kicked his ass to the curb before I could walk. What a fucking deadbeat.
Jeez Louise.
Sean looked from side to side as he stood, gathering his clothes around him like clown pants. Can you help me? I really need some clothes of some sort. The little girl shrugged as if none of this was surprising or weird in any way, probably because as a very small child, the regular nonsense that came out of her mouth made Paw Patrol look like Dostoevsky.
Nice.
Damn!
Sure, can't have you with your dick hanging out at the festival. Someone might mistake it for a tiny carrot and grab it to build a snowman.
Yep.
That seems unlikely. Sean climbed out of the hole, only exposing himself to the elements on 4 separate occasions. I am indebted to you, he said, pausing to take her name. Foxer, the girl smiled as she led him away from the crater and down the lane. Sean followed, looking around. It was an agrarian world, full of barns and fields and grain-grinding windmills. It was like an Amish paradise.
Ooh, ding.
It was like an Amish paradise without the benefit of Weird Al Yankovic.
I knew it was coming.
Pretty good.
I must say, Foxy, you don't seem surprised to see me. Not really, but mainly because I'm not a fucking backbirth. She turned back and smirked.
Whoa, goddamn.
This kid's got a foul British mouth.
You're not exactly the first Sky person come for festival, you know? Plus, you're the shittiest liar since Grablar, the village elder, started that game of pull the pickle from the barrel at the children's centre. I mean, the old paedophile was wearing the fucking barrel at the time. What does he think kids don't watch To Catch a Barn Raiser?
This whole story is riding a line, Rich.
He bent down.
Me flavoured water, only 10 cents.
He bent down and grabbed.
Taste my knees.
He bent down and grabbed her by the shoulders. Sky people, what do you mean? She squirmed as if he were hurting her, and he released, holding her hand up. I'm sorry, Foxer. I just need to know. How many others have landed here? Foxer backed away, staring at him. 30? Nearly 40? Sean fell to his knees in shock. The infected were here already and ready to spread. You're the first that wasn't asleep in those cold tubes, though. Old Doc Fenriff has been trying to get them out, but he's been really careful so as not to hurt them. But Doc Fenriff is also the town's undertaker, and Mama says I shouldn't trust him as he might try and make further business for... She stopped talking as she noticed Sean in distress. Why are you being weird, Skyman? Aren't you happy to rejoin your people? As if in sudden response, or page count limitation mixed with dramatic effect, whichever works for you, the village over the hill was filled with screams, and Sean Tabor began sprinting, Foxer jogging behind him. As the blob man's face was cleaved from his skull and slipped to the floor, Tamia the Strong laughed at Jokey's gag of disgust. She windmilled Jokey around at another approaching gargoyle, and he clambered over the thing's back so that the chain that bonded them together wrapped around the green combatant's throat. Jokey dug his feet into the gargoyle's back and pushed away from him. Oi, my gladiatorial cannon fodder insurance doesn't cover neck injuries, he choked.
What?
Hijokey immediately released and passed the guy a tissue for his streaming eyes. Oh, dear me, I am sorry, dear fellow. The gargoyle rubbed at his neck. Thanks, pal. My slag AFTRA plan only covers...
Oh, my God.
only covers...
It's like I should know by now that this elaborate-ass setup is for a reason.
We never learn our lesson with this guy, do we?
Because we're taking down a pathway that's so far afield, I don't know where we're going.
Where was I?
Great question.
Thanks, pal. My slag AFTRA plan only covers death and disembowelment, not disability. I want my wife and little ones to benefit if I'm just a typical Rich Master's goon of the week. So, if you gotta kills me, just make it quick. Oh, no, sir, we wouldn't possibly kill you. Tamia jerked her arm and cracked the guy's neck so hard his head looked like an orange in a tube sock.
Jesus Christ. That's pretty good.
I've told you before, Jokey, don't get attached to the mercs trying to shank us. But he wasn't! Jokey started as Tamia looked down. The gargoyle was still holding the tissue he had been given, but he had whittled it into a small dagger.
How the fuck is he doing that?
What are you writing, Rich?
All right.
What kind of prison-ass shit is this?
All right, you were right this time. By the gods, somewhere out there is a tree who is working hard to produce oxygen for a waste of bones like you. Tamia whipped the chain and pulled Hijokey's head into the gargoyle's loose brain sack. He disentangled himself from the dead body and pushed the mushy cadaver through the chain loop. I was right when you thought that siren we fought needed directions. I was right when you thought that Mothman just needed a light. And remind me once again who that sweet little old man that offered you those sweets last week was. Hijokey crossed his arms, but Tamia glared at him until he relented and sighed. Bill Cosby of the Black Lagoon. Bill Cosby of the Black Lagoon.
He's doing the dance.
Tamia.
Doing the head wobble.
Tamia swung a massive cleaver she had taken from a tank droid moments before this section of the story had started. Yeah, I know. Cool, right? You should have seen it.
So cool.
At a kitsune ninja, but she dodged with a black backflip and the cleaver lodged in the dirt. I would have thought the sweater would have been enough to give it away, but no. Then what happened? He roofied me, jokey side.
God damn.
Tamia grabbed one of the kitsune's tail and pulled the ninja overhead, smashing her head first into the discarded cleaver, into a pulpy mess between them. And then, Jokey wiped viscera off his chin. Then you had to save me, and you hit the guy so hard with the warhammer that he did that little head wobble before he died.
Yeah!
We made it.
Tamia shrieked with laughter. Jokey, listen, I know you're softer than a mink's gooch, but you gotta keep in mind that we're fighting for our lives here. Tamia and Jokey did the wave to the crowd, celebratory poses that they were renowned for now, and lapped in the cheers as they walked out of the Christmas Chaos event arena and down the tunnel. This was their 32nd fight of the pits. They were doing it. They were gonna be freed. Listen, you're my friend, and more importantly, you're my ticket out of here. We've got to stay focused. Gargan has ticket if you have chutzpah. A small robed, lizard-like merchant whispered from the corner of the resting area. What do you think this is, dude? Resident Evil 4? I know a snake oil seller when I see one.
Yep.
Jokey muttered, waving him off. Gargan not sell snake oil. That's Happet's business. He pointed down the way to a small robed snake-like merchant selling baby oil for glistening muscles. The snake kept having to pull his slipping robe up with his tail as he had no shoulders.
It's pretty.
This is turning into Disney's Robin Hood over here.
Gargan.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Gargan sell two things. Large foam hands for cheering and the voting of the deaths and the bloody dismemberment. And opportunity. He opened his cloak. Tamia raised an eyebrow. I've seen a cloaca before, Gargan. It looks like someone grafted a scaly arsehole to your belly button. No. Gargan has this. He passed a small He passed a small data pad to Jokey. He pored over it. Gargan stole it from Guard. It is encrypted, but someone maybe open it? Maybe someone master forger? His eyes flicked to Jokey. I could do it. We could bust this place wide open. We could free every... Tamia put a hand over his mouth. Could we get into the management levels and kill the bastards that have imprisoned us all? Nesta, Yulin and Fenk. Editor's note, please see Season 3, Episode 15, The Wrecker's Chain Spank Ambassador for more details, because I'm not putting a recap here. Get fucked, you lazy bastards.
Oh, you're using your, British season numbers. I thought, okay. Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Jokey looked at her in despair. Of course, but revenge is pointless. Let's just... Tamia glared. They took us. They imprisoned us. They made us kill. Do you know what I was before all this? Before I was kidnapped? Jokey watched as the tears welled in her eyes and realised he didn't know. I never thought you wanted to talk about. I was a mother. I was a wife. I was a person, she whispered, and Jokey was just about to put a hand to his friend's shoulder before he felt the rage coming off of her. And they took me from all that. Nearly 5 years ago. They have to pay, Jokey. Otherwise all this was for nothing. She turned to the lizard, who was still holding his cloak open with a dumb look on his face. What do you want in What do you want in return for this, Gargan? Gargan want to feel hot rock on belly again. Want to croak in the sun. Want freedom. Want to escape with you. Tamia nodded. Then shed 'em if you got 'em, kids. We get out tonight. Calandra Graves, the widow of Lead, had spent the last 6 months outfoxing BD-800's goon squads, i.e. his actual hired goons, not a squad of ejaculators. Just wanted to get that clear.
Oh, because that's what that means.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And I know our audience.
Grandpa.
I don't think I'm going to use that one.
No,
I think
no.
I'm just going to keep saying jerking.
I love to goon my dick off.
My goon squad. And staying one step ahead of whatever risks were coming her way. Calandra was slippery as an Antonio Banderas movie marathon at your mother's house after half a bottle of cheap rosé and getting a mani-pedi. Remember that big package she got from Amazon that she hid last time you went to see her? Vibrator saddle chair. Look, I'm not Look, I'm not going to kink shame her. She's your mum, all right? If she wants
My mom got a Sibian?
if she wants to get her nasty on watching Desperados or Zorro, or if she's feeling really kinky, Shrek 2.
Oh, yeah.
The sexiest of the Shreks?
I'm never gonna.
Shrexiest.
I'm not.
Nice.
I'm not dealing with that. Okay. If she wants to get her puss and gooch round Puss in Boots, whatever, man.
God.
We have to compete with this?
What about Assassins? That's a good one.
That is good. Her ship, the Sandglass, not your mum's, Calandra, set down into one of the volcanic rock plateaus of Raina 7 and flipped the door release. She took one last look at the bounty hollow, a pixelated shot of a little tiny foxkin who'd stolen the data cache from some rich fuck. The old her wouldn't have given this job the time of day, even if that time was satisfying shit after a Christmas lunch to get away from your relative's o'clock. But times were hard and money was tight. If she wanted to keep the ship running and stay just out of reach of that piece of shit that murdered her entire clan, she had to take the crappy job sometimes. Her boots crunched and hissed along the hot gravel as the magma river of Tepis bubbled and burped alongside her. She followed the sulphur smell, neckerchief pulled up over her nose that barely covered the stench, to the watering hole at the mouth of the volcanic mine. Elsie's hot hole. It was a gross, stinky, festering hole, propped up by men who had seen too many days down in the dark, who didn't want to be there, but had to out of sense of duty or obligation. In short, it was just like your Nah, even I can't grab at that low-hanging fruit, unlike your mother who grabs any dangling plum she can.
Damn. Not with that Sibian. She don't need no man no more.
Calandra could hear the signs of a struggle coming from within the bar. A fight, maybe, or more likely someone had found the foxkin and come to claim the bounty, and she couldn't have that. She was just about to enter the bar with her usual swagger and gusto and dismembering pistols when a small red furry thing blew out of the salon doors and landed in the dirt by her feet. The foxkin. She rushed to grab at him, turning him round to find... Oh, for God's sake, Squeebus!
Oh, Squeebus!
Squeebus Ogilvy stood and brushed the dirt off his dirty little waistcoat. Calandra, are you a sight for pink eyes? Because rodents have pink eyes, but also because I sleep on a pillow, curled up on a pillow, and I fart a lot. Calandra holstered her laser pistol. Foxkin, you can't dye your rat fur red and pretend to be a fox. Same as you can't grab a pole and pretend to be a stripper when you'd look like a rotisserie chicken.
Oh, delicious.
What are you doing here, Calandra? Calandra shook her head. Trying to claim a bounty? What are you doing, stealing from encrypted data vaults, you toilet brush with legs? Squeebus looked proud and handed the widow of Lead a small metal drive. Did it for you. I think I found where BD-800's primary mainframe is, Calandra. She smiled with a relief she had all but forgotten, picked up the little rat and hugged him, then quickly put him down because he smelt like wet dog. I don't know how to thank you. Squeebus, Get back here, you diseased piece of cancerous herniated ball sack.
God damn.
He's allowed to say it.
Came a shout inside the bar. Calandra looked down towards the rat man, who shrank back against her legs. How many? She asked. 6. Cyborgs mostly, dangerous peeps, all prisoners from Foxtrot Oscar, got free to chase me down. She sighed. All right, Squeebus. Time to do the mousetrap. He looked up at her, raising an eyebrow. You said if I ever suggested the mousetrap again, you'd turn me inside out and use me as a little case for your bullets. You ain't suggesting it, though, are you? I am, Calandra winked. She unbuttoned her coat and squatted down to be eye to eye with her companion. Damn it to J.K. Rowling's book reading, Squeebus. Even when you is doing right, you managed to make my day considerably shittier. A minute later, the cybernetic equivalents of the anthill mob came trundling out of the bar, looking for Ogilvy. They were all testosterone and no brain, like most collective groups of men. Most of them with tattoos of the most profane and racist variety. The moment they saw her, hair down, coat and hat tossed to one side, chest glistening with sweat, the menfolk instantly forgot they were looking for a rat and thought they'd found a chicken ready for plucking.
Damn.
She made no move as they stalked towards her, trouble in their eyes. The lead one's breath stank like of onions and engine oil. What's a fine looking piece of meat like you doing out here on your lonesome? You waiting for a fella to show you what you're missing? Unless you have some peace and quiet or a fusion engine powered vibrator in your pocket, then all you can show me is the way off this steaming turd of a planet. Lug nuts. The leader threw a look to his fellows, and they grabbed Calandra by the shoulders as he put a hand to her belly, lowering below her waistband. I'll show you, you stuck-up. As his hand breached her underwear, he screamed and fell to his knees, drawing his hand back as if stung by something. Squeebus was attached to his left hand. His sharp front teeth severing 3 of the dickhead's fingers with one chomp before he windmilled his arms around and screamed at the cyborg, hitting him with...
This is the mousetrap? This is the maneuver called the mousetrap?
Yep.
I see why he would die if he suggested it.
Yeah.
Hitting him with ineffective little punches. The cyborg flicked him to the ground with a yank of his arm and drew a pistol with his shaky southpaw grip. The barrel shook in the air between him and Squeebus, an insane grin plastered over his lips. You can't hurt me, rat, he said. I've already had all my shots. A shadow fell over him, and he looked up. His men lay all around dead, the holes in their bodies still smoking. His gaze continued north, the woman now in her Duke of Lead's poncho and hat, the emblem of the Graves clan emblazoned on her pistol. Oh, honey, you can't set them up for me like that. She blew the man's face out the back of his head, then turned to Squeebus before the man had even fallen. Come on, Squeebus, you can show me where this vault is. She twitched her head towards the sandglass. And Merry Christmas, everyone, chirped Squeebus. What the fuck is a Christmas? The end.
That was awesome.
That was so fucking good, dude.
4 stories.
The story was all over the goddamn place.
What the fuck is a Christmas?
Yeah, every one of those stories had both the prompts in it.
Wow,
Yeah.
way to go.
Yeah.
What was the windmill in the Squeebus story?
He windmilled his
Windmilled
arms.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
You can just, as long as the word is used, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
He was doing the Lisa Simpson technique of like...
Yeah.
all of those stories will continue next time on Storylords.
You're doing 4 stories an episode now?
No, just the next one. Just continuing, concluding those stories, and then we've got the last episode, and I can take a deep sigh of relief.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if I killed Frankenstein in the last story?
That
You
would
can't
be.
kill a Frankenstein.
How is he writing this fucking book? Like, how does he keep the journal?
Dude, great question.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Is Jeff a Frankenstein?
Am I the son of a Frankenstein?
We all know. We all know.
He is very tall and has fucking neck bolts.
Hey, I told you never to fucking point out my neck bolts again.
He's
Bitch,
very
you got neck
sensitive.
I'm very sensitive about my neck bolts.
He likes his neck bolts umlaxed a lot.
They do
Those-
connect directly to my spinal cord, so they are quite sensitive.
They are his second metal ears, okay? They are not neck bolts.
Metal G-spots on
Look,
my
that's
neck.
where the lightning goes. Everybody calm down.
Yeah, that's where the life-giving lightning comes from.
You guys never take a fucking anatomy class?
Oh, man.
Evidently not.
I don't want to be burned as a witch, bitch.
True.
Well, that was a passable episode after 3-4
Sure.
weeks away.
Sure.
I'm officially calling it a good episode. If you disagree,
Eat
you.
shit.
I was gonna say something harsher than fuck you, but decided against.
No, that was good. I enjoyed that. I said yesterday to you both, like, I've missed recording. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was a forced break, enforced break. It wasn't a purposeful break. And it feels weird that we've only got 2 episodes left of this season.
It was a weird place
Yeah.
for a break, but
Yeah.
it was what it was.
It was what it was.
Everything is weird, and that's all we're trying to say, right?
They don't think it
it
be
was-
like it is, but it do.
But
it do be it that way.
And, you know, like, we all appreciate that you might, like, you know, 2/3 of this podcast probably didn't have the greatest Christmas, so we appreciate
Nah,
that
it
you might have,
sucked dick.
you guys might
It
have
was
needed
terrible.
some Christmas relief as well, but sorry about that. We were,
I think we should get rid of Christmas. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say
Agreed.
that.
yeah, I'll third
Agreed.
that.
Replace it with the mousetrap holiday, whatever it was in the store.
Yeah. Holiday gift exchange.
Chris
and
Mahana Kwanzaa.
Chalk Newok.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's close the cover on this week's stories and get I'm bringing Prompt Bot back. I miss Prompt Bot.
Okay, bluegrass.
What
What a reference.
Our first prompt is Electricity by Respect Me Daddy. Well, that would be that's a good Adam
shit.
Frankenstein. I mean, Jeff's neck bolts are twitching at the
Yeah, he's
mention of that
I'm
one.
getting fucking neck bolt horned up over here, dude.
wet neck bolts.
And then the
They
next
conduct
one,
better.
The next one is Excessive Violence by Jake Harker.
That one's easy.
I
This
think
is
we can do
really
that.
easy for me. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
Excessive violence. right.
yeah, there we go. So thank you, Respect Me Daddy and Jake Harker. Yeah,
Respect me, Daddy.
we'll do our
Thank
best
you.
with those.
Thank you both for just putting things that are already in my story in this.
Yeah.
You've had a few of those recently, I think.
Yeah. Adam Frankenstein is for being the most specific niche ass story that I do is apparently pretty malleable for prompts.
He's a universal monster, literally.
I think
It's true.
like the most on the nose one was when you had fucking journals. Like
Yeah,
it's
no
like
doubt.
Jesus Christ. Right, so if you want to suggest prompts to us, if you want to tell us we're great, if you want to support the show, then you need to head over to patreon.com/storylords, and for as little as $5 you get access to the Discord, and you get to suggest prompts, you get to read the stories online, and then there's extra content that we do for the $10, $25, $69 and $100 level. I'm not getting into it right now. Like, it's just good stuff. It's just good stuff, man. Go and do it.
69 dudes.
Dudes.
Storylords is on YouTube every week now, so if you were thinking of doing a retread, which might be good considering one of us has got a lot of characters coming up in his season finale, and I don't want to say who that is. And you might need
Josh. We're always passing the buck.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well done, guys. You might want to have a quick re-listen to some of the past episodes. If you want to find out anything more about the podcast, you can go to storylords.page or storylords.card.co. I don't suppose we have any reviews on iTunes, but please
Not
leave
a fucking chance, dog.
Right, so, guys...
iTunes!
If you have iTunes or listen to us on Apple Podcasts or whatever the fuck that program is called now, then could you leave us a review? That would be great. We'll read them out on the show. They're always pretty good. Big thanks to Vidazen for the use of his music, but like at the start, at the end, and in all the breaks. That's all his stuff. All created especially for this show. If you want to hear Vidazen, you could just phone him up and talk to him, I guess. But if you want to find out about Vidazen, you could go to
Vidazen alone.
You could go to vidazen.card.co, and there's details of upcoming shows, stuff he's working on. You can find him and Santosha's work on Spotify. Just go and support that dude wherever you can, because he is mucho sexy.
He's the best.
His phone number is 555. Stay away from my man, bitch.
I will do our regular at Patron fans. So a big thank you to Lord of Lords Squid Ludwig, Concubine of Lords Stephen, and
McConkie.
And Josh's body double, stunt double, Josh Henderson Lover 69.
Definitely not me.
Not the same guy. Don't
not
look
the same
into
guy.
it.
And then a big thanks as always to Sean Tabor, Malonite, Heath Robinson, Federico Rodriguez, Granola Daniels, Jake and John Anderson, the Anderson brothers, no relation, Anthony Stoker, Chris Balso, Rena Kemp, Pez King, Ratty IRL, Hooch be crazy, Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, and Gordon Ream. Thank you to all of you.
Yes, hello, it's me again. I'm interrupting the show. I'm sorry. Every New Year's, I try to get a new resolution going, so I figured I'd share for these special Patreon people. I guess that's what you would call them. I don't really know if they are people. I don't know them. They could be dogs. I don't know. So I think if they want to become a wizard, right? Like this year is like, how can we become more wizard-like? Like your Uncle Reese's. Okay. So Lord of Lords Squid Ludwig, you're going to want to work on those 8 arms of yours and lift a little. Try to start out with the heaviest weights and then just wrench them up with your back. Okay, good. Concubine of Lord Stephen. Well, you're going to want to work on them penile muscles. So just stick your wiener right through the hole. That's why they have a hole in the weights there. So you just stick it right in there and just start lifting. Ugh. Okay, Josh Anderson, Lover 69. You're good. You don't need to do anything. You're perfect. I love you. The only thing you need to do is call me back. Call Josh back. Call him back, yes. Hooch, Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, Gordon Ream, Brothers Anderson, Anthony Stoker, all you guys, Chris Basso, you guys need to show more butthole in your splits, okay? You're not showing enough butthole while you're doing your wizardly splits, okay? Please, if I do not see more butthole, I will write you up, okay? All right, who else we got? Rena Kemp, Pez King, and Ratty IRL. All right, you guys need to really work on, figuring out, what kind of aura you want. Try to go with the purple aura and go and smoke a lot more weed. That's how you're going to do it. You're going to get there by doing so many drugs. You're going to do way more drugs this year. And next thing you know it, you will be a wizard. Until next time, this is Reese's the Wise interrupting the show that's actually not very good with a wizard tips.
And as a shout out to a long-serving fan, let's go for Big Nick Lane, who has been a member since December the 15th, 2022.
Oh, wow, nice.
And special shout out to our newest Discord member, Brick Breaker.
Ah, yeah.
Brick Breaker.
We had
Big
to-
Nick Lane gonna team up and be on Patreon again.
Nice.
Holy shit!
We had a fair few new members over the Christmas break, which is really nice.
That's good.
So
Thank you.
Big
thanks,
Star,
everybody.
For that. Yeah. 1 minute.
But
Who
not
else-
as good as the guy I said first, Brick Breaker and Big Nick Lane.
We had Zach Beefbag, Neil Williams, and Parasect Kazuya Bandicoot.
What a crop.
Yeah.
Those are all his favorite Nintendos.
Zach Beefbag is great.
My
one.
favorite Nintendo character, Crash Bandicoot.
Bandicoot and Parasect from the Pokemon.
The Pokemon.
Right. Well, that was a nice first episode of the year. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Keep listening throughout the year. We've got a brand new season coming in like a few episodes now. If you want us to do anything specific for the end of season special, if you want another Kevin Cole quiz, if you want an email special,
Please, God, no.
I mean, you know they're going to do it now.
Every time you bring it up, it makes me laugh.
I can't do it again.
I mean, maybe
I was the only one who came out of that unscathed, and I did not win. Ritual.
It was like watching Rich descend into madness.
Yeah. I'll try. If we do it again, I will be much better behaved this time. I'm pretty sure only I realised that at the time that I was having a terrible, terrible time
Yeah, it was
until
just
I
you.
mentioned it.
Yeah. You're the one. That was you. Yep.
Okay,
You hit
maybe
it so well, we didn't know.
That was it.
Well, anyway, if you want to see me descend into madness again, then just let us know. Because I'm more than happy to castigate myself on the altar of comedy for you guys. So if you want us to do anything...
I'm also willing to
Castrate.
masturbate
What did I say?
myself
I said
on the
castigate,
altar of
didn't I?
You're gonna
guys.
castrate yourself?
Castigate. What does castigate mean?
Castigate.
It means reprimand. Yeah, he was... Yeah, so I was reprimand
I was
myself
making a
on the altar
bad
of comedy.
joke, Rich.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I'm also willing to
sorry,
masturbate myself in front of you guys.
I'm very tired, so...
Go right ahead.
I started at episode part 2, so I'm almost done.
So yeah, thank you for your support. Keep watching the skies and all that. Yeah, and we'll
What?
see you shut up. And we'll see you in 2 weeks for more Story Lords. We love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
I just love you, and I'm not going to say bye, so I love you.
Bye.
He didn't say it.